It's a city where anything can happen, so what could go wrong or right as I hit up LA Unscripted. Local finds and must-dos. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and this is what LA Unscripted is all about. Consider us your tour guide to the best things to do and see around town. Today, we're in Old Town Pasadena at Beau Chaos, an Aviator concept and lifestyle salon, because who doesn't need a little primp and pampering right about now? And because all of you are our VIPs, when you book at Beau Chaos and tell them we sent you, all Unscripters will get 20% off the service of their choice. Sweet! See why you need to hang with us every night? Oh, and here's something else fab to try.
Skate Fanatics is a custom skate shop. I mean, we also sell traditional skates, but what we specialize in is having a customer bring in their own street shoes, and then we customize those into, fabulous roller skates. To be honest with you, putting shoes on roller skates isn't something new. I started to see it, come around again in the 90s when I was, skating at the local rinks. By like the early 2000s, I was like, you know what, I want to try that. A lot of the people that I worked with, they saw what I did and they wanted me to make some for them. So one customer led to 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we are, 16 years in the game. We can do anywhere from like 50 to 100 pair of custom skates in a week. Last year, our numbers just went through the roof. A lot of the indoor skaters came to start converting their skates to outdoors, and then with all the videos on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, just social media, just put a spotlight on roller skating outdoors, and that brought a lot of new people into the skate community.
So besides just a skate enthusiast, you also get celebrities as well.
Pretty much any celebrity from any genre, we've done.
What's the most outlandish shoe that you've gotten?
We've done high heels, we've done stilettos. So, we get all kind of crazy requests. Most things we can do, but some things are a bad idea.
Well, I brought you a pair of my own personal sneakers.
All right.
That I'd like to turn into a pair of skates.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I love these. These are like one of my favorite pair of Chuck Taylor sneakers.
Where are you going to be using them? Indoor or outdoor?
I'm more of an indoor skating girl. So just to give you a little backstory, I used to skate at World on Wheels all the time when I was a kid.
Well, we can make that happen. So I'm pretty sure you're not going to want any wheels that are going to have you slipping and sliding and going all crazy.
No.
So we'll keep you on a set of urethane wheels, and then we'll put you on a plate with a toe stop, because I'm sure you'll want that.
I am going to let you guys pick some stuff just to make them cool and then surprise me.
All right, Jasmine, you are good to go. Skates are finished.
Oh my gosh,
you're ready to roll.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much.
And you can skate on these outdoors also if you wanted to.
They're so cool. Look at these guys. The blue laces, I love the red wheels.
We sell the wheels, but not the skills. You got to get those on your own.
I think I got some skills.
We're going to see. We want to see that footage.
I think I got some skills.
No wonder Randy Newman wrote, "I love LA," and now yet another reason to sing its praise.
Aviator Nation is sweats, bathing suits, t-shirts. Now we do surfboards. We do lots of hats. I'm definitely developing a lot of new products too. I'm Paige Mykoski. I'm the founder of Aviator Nation. So when I was thinking about what Aviator Nation was going to be, it was rad clothes for rad people.
This is the most magnificent thing I've ever seen.
I grew up with tigers in my bedroom, and I have always been obsessed with wild tigers.
Right.
And so I drew this up, and was inspired kind of by like this 70s / jungle vibe.
Right.
So when I moved to California, that was when I really started the company, and I became super inspired by everything around me. My lifestyle at that time was just surfing in the morning, and then you're cold, so you want to throw on sweats. And then you roll into coffee and you roll into the cafe, and and you're still wearing the sweats because you just surfed. I never really liked what I was looking at, and so I had these ideas of clothes that I wanted to make for myself. And so finally, I just bought a sewing machine and I started making clothes for myself, and everyone would come up to me literally and be like, hey, what is that shirt you're wearing? What is that hoodie you're wearing? The reality is when people wear the clothes, it brings them together. My very first collection had the lightning bolt, and for me, the lightning bolt was always the symbol of energy. I've always felt like positive energy just is, you know, everything. Being out in the water and being in the mountains, California hiking and stuff like that, you're always seeing these beautiful sunsets. And so the colors for the brand really are about the sky. Aviator Nation was established in 2006, and Dreamland is the latest wave. A big part of the building and the space is going to be the music, where you come in and you discover a new band and a new artist. Back in the 60s, they called it where the stars meet the sea, because all of these celebrities would come here and hang out. The Doors played here, Fleetwood Mac played here, the Eagles played here. And then in the 70s, Neil Young owned the building, and it was called the Crazy Horse Saloon. Dreamland is all about, you know, bringing the community together and becoming inspired. I mean, my dream is to have like people literally walking around in like robes and ponchos and no shoes on, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna grab a smoothie, and then, you know, I'm gonna listen to some music, and then I'm gonna go like have like a yoga session, and, you know, just being able to have a real wild experience.
Okay, any ideas where we should go off script? Send us suggestions, because you never know where we could pop up next. LA Unscripted from Beau Chaos Salon in Pasadena will be right back. How do you like my hair? They just did it for the show. Nice, right? You know that feeling you get when you know it's gonna be a good hair day? That's us. Welcome back to LA Unscripted. I'm Dana Devin, and our LAU team works hard around the clock to check out all of the local hotspots and find hidden gems. Tough job. Here in Pasadena, Beau Chaos Salon has been helping SoCal be beautiful for years, plus is part of KTLA's Glam Squad for our red carpet shows. And now another unscripted favorite.
Today, I'm channeling my inner Lara Croft and learning some archery.
What's been really remarkable is in the last 10 years, I think archery has had a renaissance, especially in America. As well as we've had some really great Hollywood film productions, like example, Brave, or Tomb Raider had a crossbow and an arrow is very iconic. Even Minecraft with its skeleton archers, huge draw for archery. So we've all benefited from it, and it's gotten so many people in the sport that want to learn. With COVID, archery is one of the safest outdoor sports you can do for social distancing. So a lot of people took it out to be in the fresh air and the sunshine and do something new that was a challenge and also personal reflection that they could really focus on that was positive. When you're first starting out, I would highly recommend please go talk to a coach. A coach like myself will actually set you up with gear that is suitable for your body and your own ability, so you won't be overtaxed. At the end of the day, this is a bit like weightlifting. So we want to make sure you take it slow, you proceed, you build the right muscles. Start with a little bit of a shoulder width apart. And so it's not like, oh, I'm gonna ride a horse now. It's more of like, we're gonna stand up straight and basically have like ballet.
Okay.
When we're holding the bow in our left hand, what we're going to be doing is the Hunger Games symbol.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So 3 fingers with your right. If I had an arrow loaded on the bow, it would click on under the brass part.
Okay.
Wrap those fingers under. And what I would do is, as I pulled back, I'm pulling to my smile.
Pull it up.
Yep. Pull back.
Pull it back.
All the way to your
To
smile.
the smile.
Keep going.
There.
Yep.
Oh! That's it. I'm quitting my job.
I think you have a career in archery.
Remember, we try everything first so you don't have to.
I'm Ashley Black, and I am the inventor of the Fascia Blaster tool. So go until you can feel
some looseness.
I had no idea that not only does my body have fascia, but every single living person has fascia.
When I explain it to someone new, I just tell them to picture an orange, because you can see the white stuff surrounding the pieces of the orange, but it also penetrates the orange. And that's exactly the way it does in our body. It surrounds our brains, our organs, but it also goes through them. Root cause of cellulite is what they call tethered cords beneath the skin. Some people call it the connective tissue. So it's not a secret. It's not fat. It's the fascia pulling down. It literally is just a brushing back and forth. And I have to tell your audience that what it looks like is not at all what it feels like, because what happens is that the tissue starts to open more and more and more, and these claws actually go down inside those muscle fibers. I know my tools look extremely simple because all you do is rub them on your skin like this with bare skin and oil, but it serves like a hairbrush for all of those internal collagen fibers. And what we know from our research is not only does it comb out the knots, but it sets off some sort of the genesis for some sort of process where the tissue begins to regenerate itself.
How quick will people see results when they are detangling the fascia?
100% of the participants saw a dramatic reduction in their cellulite, and that was a 90-day study.
You've worked hand in hand with celebrities.
My client roster was Leonardo DiCaprio, Gwyneth Paltrow. Everybody wants their fascia to be smooth. So you're talking about having better blood flow, better nerve activity, smoother skin. Everyone should know about, and everyone should try it.
And we're not done yet.
All right, Unscripters, I don't know if you know, but I am a huge Friends fan. So today I had to come over to the Warner Brothers lot and check out the WB Studios tour, specifically the new Friends Boutique.
Well, the studio tour officially has been around since about 1972. But Jack Warner actually did tours from his office back as early as the 50s and the 40s because he loved showing off this campus. We were closed for 15 months, so we want all the locals to come through to see it. We're the gem that you don't know is here.
Oh my God, I'm extremely excited. I'm actually here on stage 48 on the set of Friends. Do you guys see this? Could I be any more excited?
This is the real set from the show. If you saw the Friends reunion on HBO Max, they were sitting on this couch. This entire set was taken back to stage 24, which is where they shot 9 out of 10 seasons of their shows.
Actual background extras, cast were sitting on these couches, guys.
Absolutely.
Joey, Chandler, Ross, Phoebe, Rachel, Monica. What were you thinking? Smelly cat, smelly, smelly, smelly cat. Guys, I hate that I have to go, but there's so much more to see, so let's go.
We created a Friends Boutique in that similar area where you can actually have lunch in Joey and Chandler's apartment. You can have lunch in Monica's apartment. You can sit and play foosball if you want with your family and friends.
Yeah, so that's the real fountain from the opening credits of the show.
Oh my God.
Nice photo op set up with the couch. Friends shot all over our lot, so just on the other side of the fountain is where Ross played rugby and turns into Red Ross. We're right in the middle of Central Park right here where Rachel and Phoebe went running. You know, you got Phoebe kind of running like a maniac.
And she runs into the horse.
So much stuff for Friends fans just in this one small little location.
Oh my gosh, guys, you have to come and experience this.
And we're not done yet.
I'm Jeanette Jenkins, creator of the Hollywood Trainer Club, and here is your Hollywood Trainer tip. I know many of you have lower back pain. Actually, 80% of Americans will experience some form of lower back pain. So I'm gonna give you a few stretches that'll help you feel some relief. The first one is cat-cow. Place your hands on your thighs, try to send your hips back, and this flex the spine and then release. Now add your breath. You want to exhale when you flex, inhale when you come back to extension. Exhale, inhale, one more time. Roll it all the way up. Second one is hip circles. We forget how good it feels to just circle through those hips. Nice big hip circles in each direction. And then side bend. Take one arm up to the sky and actually bring the feet together and then bend to one side. Just lateral flexion. Get that nice stretch all the way through the lats and through the side body. Nice deep breaths here. And of course, you want to switch to the other side. So it feels so good. If you need more tips, come on over to my club, thehollywoodtrainerclub.com.
There is so much to do in Los Angeles, and we want to do it all with you. Do you trust me? Of course you do. So go check this out.
Hi, my name is Ryan Leibowitz. I'm the co-owner here at Golden Apple Comics, a comic shop to the stars. When you read a comic book, similar to if you read any book, you know, you have that escapism. What's cool about comic books is the visuals. You actually get to be in that world. The name, for example, doesn't really tell you a lot. And so when you see that Spider-Man up front, it kind of clues you into what treasures could await inside. My father started this shop back in 1979. You know, we're on our 41st year. We've seen the customer base expand hugely, I would say a lot in part to the movies and television that are based on comic books. The Spider-Man outside is designed by Stan Lee, and then Tom Holland and Zendaya. One day the Avengers walked in. You might have seen that on James Corden. Golden Apple was dubbed the comic shop to the stars. Michael Jackson was a frequent customer. We have a box we keep for Samuel L. Jackson that I hand curate for him. He's a huge fan of comic books and graphic novels. Sam loves anything with the word samurai or having to do with samurais. So the word comics or comic book really does encompass everything from old comic strips that you'd read in the newspapers to full-blown printed single issues or even graphic novels, anything that has sequential art where they tell the story using panel-to-panel artwork. Comics aren't what they used to be, and now they're highly collectible. Comic books these days can be worth over $1 million. We have tons of signatures, Patton Oswalt, James Gunn, so many different amazing people. Mark Hamill, who was Luke Skywalker, obviously, in the original movie. Signed it right there. He said, "Force yourself." A lot of our customers kind of think this is like Cheers, like their local bar. When the Black Lives Matter movement happened and we had to put boards up, we're big supporters of the movement and equality, and we got some local artists to come down and actually paint black superheroes. Even if we have a small store, we're big in our reputation. Old, young, from every walk of life. And if you don't know anything about comic books, that's great. We want you to come in and we can find something for you.
You know you want to do that. And what about this?
As soon as I started brewing about 10 years ago, I think I was on batch 2 when I decided this is what I want to spend the rest of my life doing. So it's been working toward that for the past 5 years. I mean, really, when I was brewing in my garage, it was definitely a work in progress. I mean, I think it was decent for homebrew, but really it was assembling this team that enabled us to kind of take it to the next level.
For me, it's kind of like playing a piano. You know what I mean? It's just like when you know your keys, you know what I mean, and you know all your instruments, it's the same for me with like the taps.
Tyler was working at a renowned beer bar in downtown LA at the time.
Where does your enthusiasm for beer come in?
Well, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That helps a lot.
A little bit.
Go Bucks. I was just really lucky enough to work at a brewery in Milwaukee when I was like 20 years old. You know, Lakefront Brewery kind of gave me my sword and my shield by means of an education. You give it a little slide. From there, I was like, wow, I want to do this somewhere where it's not -20. This beer just came out yesterday. When he mentioned, like I said, 5 years ago, you know, oh yeah, I want you to manage my brewery someday. I was like, yeah, man, let me know. And then
This is where all the fermenters are. This is where the beer actually ferments. Where do you come in?
Well, I make the beer.
I'll hand this off to you. Okay. And we just literally dump it in there.
Like the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Ben found me languishing at a brewery in Westlake Village.
Here there's like basically a corkscrew in there that kind of pushes all that malt.
It's kind of a career change for me. Originally, I was a scientist. I ran a lab for a better part of a decade.
This is the what we call the Brew Deck.
I was a home brewer the entire time, so simply it was kind of a hobby that kind of grew into an obsession.
Kind of all the malt that we crush over there, it gets collected into this grain hopper, essentially.
It was time to make a change and decided to resign from my position and go to brewing school. Ended up going to Siebel, which is it's a brewing school in Chicago, but part of that is an international program where you actually end your brewing education in Munich, Germany.
So for what we're drinking, I mean, how much trial and error is involved in this?
Oh, a lot.
These ones,
Yeah.
a lot. I mean, a lot of them, a lot.
Yeah.
Tell me why here in North Hollywood?
It was kind of a neighborhood in need of a brewery. I think we all feel that same way about that.
It's all about community. It's just like we can't do what we do without community. I tell people this time and time again. I was like, we need two things right now, community and beer. Those are two really powerful things. And I think a lot of us have been deprived of those things in the past year and a half. So it's really a pleasure to be able to provide that for North Hollywood. To be North Hollywood's first brewery is, an honor.
Okay, well, that's it for today. Beau Chaos Salon, thank you so much for letting us go off script. And remember, book now for 20% off. We are getting so many calls. I'm actually working the phone. Beau Chaos, could you please hold? Oh my God, what will we have for you tomorrow? You gotta come back and see. Beau Chaos, could you please hold? Oh no, I just think I erased all their appointments.